All right. Good evening, any early folks. We're going to let
You don't
Chris.
have any?
I don't know if we do or not. I haven't checked yet. But either way, we're going to let Chris, 3 or so, we're going to let Chris play. Oh, good. There we are on the split screen. We're going to let Chris play here a little bit for y'all before we get started. So I'm going to mute myself and even
Good evening, any early folks.
touch my video. Oh, there it goes.
I feel like I'm looking a little ghastly here.
Well, don't worry about it because I just had the thing happen that I was worried about, but now I fixed it. We're all good. But you can go ahead and play, Chris. I'm going to shut off my video and mute, and we'll get going here, everyone, around 7 o'clock.
All right, just start talking when you're ready for me to stop, and because I'll be looking this way. I've got 7 o'clock. You want to keep rolling or wait and see if a few more people join us? You're muted.
I got to unmute myself.
There
I
we go.
got to get used to this. Hi, everybody. Those of you joining us now, Chris, why don't you give us 2 more minutes? People are coming in as we talk, and we'll get going here right at 7:02. Good evening, everyone.
7:02. That sounds vaguely familiar.
There you go. Oh, did I do that on purpose? I love that. All right, here we go. All right, give us 2. Give us 2 minutes. $7:02. Right there.
On the
Right
dot.
That's many years of church experience right there. You knew what 2 minutes felt like. You knew it. Anyway, good evening, everybody. We're going to get started. So great to have you here at our Thursday night hymn sing here at Bethesda United Methodist Church. I am joined again, be it remotely, by our music director, organist, accompanist extraordinaire, Chris Warrington, who's above me. Let's see. I think he's next to me.
I'm side by side on.
Yeah. He's the other side of me in this one, but we're going to do this tonight in this way. And we're going to do this for this foreseeable future. I can see us inviting guests in maybe going forward, but you'll just see us both on the screen. We'll mute each other when the other's playing. It would kind of be a mess to try to sing all at the same time.
Thank you for that reminder.
Yes. I'll mute you. I can mute you, Chris. I'll take care of that. But we'll need to mute each other during those and we'll just enjoy going back and forth and talking. We'll have some requests in the middle. Chris has a fun idea for that when we get there. But we'll begin tonight. I'm doing the first one. This is How Can I Keep From Singing? Now, this is in the way this is printed in our hymnal and the music that you have, the meter of this can sometimes really confuse folks. So I'm gonna, I think, play it pretty much as written, but I can't guarantee I won't do my own thing. But anyway, here's How Can I Keep From Singing. I'm just gonna check, make sure there's no pressing comments. A little bit of an echo. Okay, a little bit of an echo. All right, good to know. All right, here we go. I'm just make sure the right people are muted. All right, here we go. Let's do this. My life flows on in endless song above this lamentation. I hear the clear, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Verse 2. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It finds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Verse 3. What though my joys and comforts die, I know my Savior liveth. What though the darkness gather round, songs in the night he giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Last verse. The peace of Christ makes fresh my heart, a fountain ever springing. All things are mine since I am his. How can I keep from singing? No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Such a great hymn, one of a favorites. Chris, I only think I messed up one rhythm, right?
You didn't mess it up, but it's definitely going to be confusing the next time we, were able to sing this in church, because I relented the last couple of times that we've done this and actually played it like the choral arrangement, the anthem arrangement that we have, because the choir was driving the bus that day. It was clear that I was not in charge of the hymn playing.
Well, it's funny.
So I had to relent and play it like the choir is used to singing it, which is not what's written in that book.
Well, it's funny. We play it at school, and there's a whole other version we do at school that's like, my life is on in this song. It's like, who knows? Who knows what the real one is? Anyway, our next tune, I'm going to mute myself, but this song, Lord Reign in Me, which is a song our praise band has played many times, it's a favorite, has sort of a fun, I don't know if it's the right word, but a powerful history here at BUMC. I don't know if you could talk about that a bit, Chris.
I can. I'm ready to. Yep. So we got this request 2 weeks ago, I think, from Nancy Smith, who started out in the praise band years ago when the praise band began. And it was just a couple of years, it was 2001, of course, that this song began to really have, meaning for us. We learned this song right at the beginning of the new church year in the fall of 2001. And it turned out that the first Sunday that we sang this was the Sunday after 9/11. And there has to this date, there's still not a more emotionally charged or powerful service as what we had on that morning. I think that is going to take a back seat when we finally get back to our churches and are all together. But the singers in the praise band that morning just couldn't stop talking after the service about how in that particular service, right after 9/11, the words of this chorus, Lord, reign in me, reign in your power over all my dreams in my darkest hour. That darkest hour really resonated with a lot of people that morning. And it's been a favorite of the early service and the praise band ever since then. So again, Nancy Smith requested this. Obviously, I don't have the full band, so I've toned it down a little bit, and I hope it works for you. I'll try to remember and call out verses and choruses, but if you just follow the PDF that Max gave, it's pretty self-explanatory. Over all the earth, you reign on high. Every mountain stream, every sunset sky. But my one request, Lord, my only aim is that you'd reign in me again. Lord, reign in me, reign in your power. Over all my dreams, in my darkest hour, you are the Lord of all I am. So won't you reign in me again? Over every thought, over every word, may my life reflect the beauty of my Lord. 'Cause you mean more to me than any earthly thing. So won't you reign in me again? Lord, reign in me, reign in your power over all my dreams. In my darkest hour, you are the Lord of all I am. So won't you reign in me again? Lord, reign in me, reign in your power over all my dreams. In my darkest hour, you are the Lord of all I am. So won't you reign in me again? So won't you reign in me again? So won't you reign in me again? Hope I did it justice for you, Nancy. Hope you were able to sing along.
That was beautiful, Chris. I love the version. Super pared down, super powerful. It was really lovely. All right, y'all. So I'm going to do something a little different now. Our next hymn is one of my favorites of all time. It's Just a Closer Walk with Thee. Now, Just a Closer Walk with Thee is I don't know. I find it to be a bit of a classic. But I have recently been working on a new hobby while I've been locked down. And so I have discovered this instrument that I had and I never learned to play. A little ukulele action going
guitar.
on. Sorry, Chris, what would you say, Chris? Sorry.
You want to play a little guitar?
It is a little guitar. You know, I failed many times in my life to get good at the guitar, and so I've decided to just start small and have some time. So I'm going to do a little bit of just a closer walk with thee. It's the next one in your bulletin here. Just so you have a little notice there. Just a closer walk with thee. Now, this version is funny because it's 3 verses, right? 3 verses. Note that the refrain, the chorus we go back to every time, is down at the bottom. So you're going to sing a verse, the refrain, sing a verse, go down to the refrain. It's a little confusing at first, but you'll get it. Ooh, gotta make sure this is in tune first. All right, we're good. All right, just a closer walk with thee. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Here's the chorus. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Through this world of toil and snares, if I falter, Lord, who cares? Who with me my burden shares? None but thee, dear Lord, none but thee. Chorus. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. Last verse, here we go. When my feeble life is o'er, time for me will be no more. Guide me gently, safely o'er to thy shore, dear Lord, to thy shore. You know the chorus now, here we go. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Chris, can I join the praise band?
Sure, absolutely.
We got a mic for the ukulele and the praise band?
Yes, and you
right,
have been part of that praise band unofficially. I mean, how many times have you stepped in and, you know, how many times have you gotten a call from me early Sunday morning? So-and-so's out. Can you come down and sing?
Awesome. Well, anyway, so now we want to do requests, which is always fun. Chris has a fun idea for requests tonight. Chris, what's your idea for requests?
Yeah, I'm not sure how fun it'll be. We'll see how this goes. You know, many of you have always affectionately referred to this as Stump the Organist. So I'm going to give you the opportunity for those of you that are home, find a hymn. We'll only do one, no more than 2 of these just for time's sake, but find a hymn that you have never heard. If you want to go looking for the strangest hymn in the hymnal, I am powerless to stop you. But I was surprised a couple of weeks ago talking with somebody who we did a hymn that was very familiar to me, very familiar to Max, and they said, I've never heard that. So I know they're out there. So if you want to find the craziest hymn and I'll try to stumble through it, that's fine. But if there's anything in the hymnal that you have never heard. I'm happy to try to plunk through it here.
And of course, we'd love to see those fun ones if you can find those sort of unique ones. We got a little bit of a delay, so we'll wait here for you all as you get those requests in. But also, if there's, of course, anything special you want to hear tonight as well, we can also help with those. If you feel like being kind to Chris tonight in any way, we'll make sure that we'll see how that goes. We'll give everyone a minute here to get some requests in. They're probably going through their hymnals. Chris, I wonder, can I have the first request?
What is it?
I don't know. Can it be well, there was that one we were talking about right before we started.
Yeah, but this is not our request time.
Okay, it's not a request time. Okay, there we go. I don't know if we have that one, Grady. The Methodist hymnal doesn't have Hosea. Come back to me, but that's a beautiful hymn. We'll put that on the list for next week. I'm not seeing a lot of requests coming in. We'll keep waiting here a couple of minutes to get our requesters going. I bet people are just thumbing furiously through their hymnals.
That's fine.
Wait a second.
So why don't you do your lucky dip thing again?
I'll do that. Okay, that's what I'll do.
Just to give them some time.
Here, yeah. I'll mute you. I'll do my lucky plunge. Here I go. 3, 2. We're gonna do that one tonight. We can't do that one. That was too lucky. All right, here we go. Lucky dip, and yeah. I don't know this one, so let's do it, shall we? Here we go.
Which one?
You want to play it or do I want? I'm going to play it. This will be more. It will be more hysterical. You'll play the next one. It'll be more hysterical if I mess it up. Let's do. This is 174. His name is wonderful. This is His name is wonderful. Everyone, I'm going to sight read this, and then we'll get to your requests. All right, here we go. His name is wonderful. Here I go. What should be the intro? I don't even know it. I kind of know this a little bit. Here we go. His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. He is the mighty King, Master of everything. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. He's the great shepherd, the rock of all ages. Almighty God is He. Bow down before Him, love and adore Him. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. There you go. There you go. That's pretty. I like that one. That was a good find. Let's see if we got any requests here. Libby asked how many people have their hymnals at home. You know, you would be surprised, Libby. I think I'm going to mail Libby and Rebecca. I'm going to mail you all a hymnal. I'm not getting clearance, but I think if you want a hymnal, we'll do our best to get you one.
Hymnary.org has the full Methodist hymnal up.
Marty says 264.
Oh no! Guess what that is?
We didn't even have to set this up.
Yeah.
So everyone, we were talking about this before. This hymn, and again, we'll only do a verse of it because I know some of you don't have hymnals, but if you want to look it up in the meantime, it has an amazing title, which is...
Why don't you read the first verse and then I'll play it.
Yeah. So this is silence, frenzied, unclean spirit. And the first verse is silence, frenzied, unclean spirit, cried God's healing Holy One. Cease your ranting, flesh can't bear it, flee as night before the sun. At Christ's words, the demon trembled, from its victim madly rushed, while the crowd that was assembled stood in wonder, stunned and hushed. So here it is, everybody. Enjoy.
nice Picardy third on the ending. You have to end all that mess with something kind of nice.
It's such an interesting tune. All right, we got another one, and we'll make this our last one. This will make this our last, but that's interesting because I've also never heard this. So this is Rise to Greet the Sun, 678. 678, Rise to Greet the Sun. Rise to Greet the Sun. All right, here we go.
I'm afraid.
I'm gonna mute myself. Everyone, this is Chris. Chris, do you think you can sing a little bit along with us?
I'll try. Let me
right.
play through it once, and I'll see what it sounds like.
Okay.
And if I don't go back, the answer is no.
Okay, sounds good.
Try it. No idea, no guarantees. Rise to greet the sun. Red means sun in the sky. Warrior-like and strong. Comely as a groom. Birds pass by in flight. Great. There's a reason we haven't sung these in church before.
This is full of wonders. Anyway, we'll go back to our sort of regular requests next week. So think of your requests. I'm going to brainstorm this week. Thank you, Libby, for bringing it up. I'll brainstorm weeks of getting this hymnal online or finding you guys a resource so that folks who don't have a hard copy hymnal at home or didn't steal one from the church years ago can get one. So I'll brainstorm that this week. That'll be the thing I work on to improve our hymn sing. All right, our next tune is another great one. Such great diversity of tunes tonight. I'll Fly Away.
I'll bring my better half in for this. This one has meaning to her. I will let her explain. That's why this went in the lineup.
All right, Missy and Chris.
Hi. Well, so this was the first song that I ever was able to sing publicly. I was actually 4 when I did this for the very first time. So enjoy.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly
Thank you so much, Missy. That was beautiful. Hey, don't listen to him. He shouldn't cut you off. You know, you hold that note.
No, I was seeing if she was even close to coming back. I was not cutting her off because she didn't hold it as long as she did when we practiced. So I was like,
We've all been indoors with each other a lot recently. I'm just saying. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Missy. All right, we're gonna have some more guests, not tonight, but I think in the future. That's a fun thing we can do now that we're broadcasting this through Zoom. So the last two songs we're gonna sing for you all tonight. And again, thank you so much. It's so encouraging to have 40 to 50 people joining us these nights to be together in song in this strange world we're in this strange time. And the last two hymns we're going to do tonight are all about healing. I think there's really nothing more important to sing about. For me, both of these last two tunes I've been going through my head all week as we hear the news that discourages us, that shocks us. And I think these hymns and these tunes, as we've talked about every week, really ground us. So the next one we'll do is There Is a Balm in Gilead, probably one of my favorite spirituals of all time. And we'll do all the verses. We'll keep going back to the refrain. And I hope you enjoy. This is There Is a Balm in Gilead. There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Sometimes I feel discouraged. It's such a good hymn. Such a good tune. So good.
Yes, it is. Nice job. Nice job.
I love it. All right, y'all. So to close out tonight, we're going to end with another healing tune. It's a barn burner of sorts. If we were in the sanctuary, Oregon would be going wild. I just want you to imagine that in your head. And Chris, take it away for our last one, 428.
Because I toned this one down too. For the Healing of All Nations, one of my favorite hymn tunes. And this tune appears multiple times in the hymnal, most popular as God of Grace and God of Glory, For the Healing of All Nations, and Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah. All great texts. What can you do when you have a good tune? You risk overusing the tune with multiple texts, but this one seemed particularly fitting for tonight. So just like Lord Rain and Me, I'm going to tone this one down a little bit. So just imagine the barn burner. Verse 2. Lead us forward into freedom from despair. Your world release that redeems from war and hatred. All may come and go in peace. Show us how through care and goodness fear will die and hope increase. Fear will die and hope increase. Verse 3. All that kills abundant living, let it from the earth be banned. Pride of status, race, or schooling, dogmas that obscure your plan. In our common quest for justice, may we hallow life's brief span. May we hallow life's brief span. Verse 4. You Creator God have written your great name on humankind. For our growing in your likeness, bring the life of Christ to mind. That by our response and service, earth its destiny may find. Earth its destiny may find. Those lyrics were written in 1965, and that was about the time that hymn texts in general started taking on a more inclusive and social justice tone. So that's just one of the main reasons why it's included in our hymnal. And it's a great one. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's super powerful. Think of that third verse, all that kills abundant living, right? I mean, feel it. These hymns are timeless and classic. But we want to thank you all again for joining us. If you have ideas for us, hymn requests, hats you want us to wear, I don't know. Either way, anything you're interested in, let us know. And we're here to serve you here at BUMC, and we hope you enjoyed tonight. And if you want to send this video to other folks to have them enjoy on this fun, please do. Nonetheless, thank you all so much for another wonderful night of singing. Chris is going to play us out a little bit as we slowly end this.